This is the Plusblow 4. The Plusblow 4 is a pump-action, N-strike magazine-fed blowgun. You can fire one shot at a time, or if you repeatedly cycle the pump grip, you can load multiple darts into the barrel. You can see a little bit more about how the blaster works if I pull this cover off. This black plastic piece here pushes the darts into the chamber and seals behind them. This clear piece just connects to that and also the front pump grip so that you can operate the breech from the front pump grip. Now showing on the other side of the blaster, when the piston goes back, it allows a dart to come in through the magazine, and then when it's pushed forward again, it pushes the dart out of the magazine through here past this little CPVC T. Once the dart is here, you can blow through this tube and that sends the dart flying out the barrel. Plusblow 4 is not a new blaster. I first published it on Thingiverse sometime in 2014. It has somewhat of an interesting magazine holding system, which is, in my opinion, obsolete and was never really a good idea in the first place. But it is kind of cool, and that's part of the reason I'm showing it to you. To pull a magazine out, push the bolt back, and you squeeze this bubble. And that releases tension on these jaws on either side of the magazine. The jaws are gripping on this ridge. Most magazine systems hold on to this slot. When I was making the Plusblow 4, I was nervous about using a slot where I could potentially go in too far and interfere with the magazine operation. That's really not as much of an issue as I thought it was, and since then I've made another mag well with a very simple elastic tooth here. This simple elastic tooth works very well. Snaps in very easily, no extra parts hanging out everywhere, and when I want to pull the magazine out, I just have to release the tension on this and pull. Comparatively, getting a magazine in the Plusblow 4 magwell is rather awkward. You don't have a big rectangle to align yourself within. You can't tilt it in, so you have to just get it in the right spot and push. It's somewhat easier if your magazine has this center ridge, as magazines all used to have, and then this little piece here on each tooth kind of guides that center ridge into position. That's theoretically easier anyways. The idea of this blaster is to provide blowgun power with N-strike convenience. And I did get the N-strike convenience. The traditional blowgun extreme power, not so much. On this particular model, one problem it has is the barrel's really not long enough for a lot of power. And that's just a product of the fact that I made this out of scrap parts well after I'd originally invented it, just so I could make this video. And I didn't want to waste resources or space on a big blaster that I wasn't really going to use. The other issue is that the plumbing here takes something away from the efficiency, both because the air has to do a little double bend thing. Also, the piston is usually partly blocking the middle of the T. I also haven't worked very hard to get a seal between the black piston rod inside here that I showed you earlier and the hole in this plastic piece here around which it seals. There's no O-ring. There's not even a reamed hole, I don't think. I probably just used scissors to get it as close as I could. Well, that's it for the Plusblow 4, so remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Also, like and subscribe.